Today, on our exclusive interview, we have an activist, an LGBTQ activist, all the way from Cameroon. He's a Cameroonian. He has stayed in Nigeria and he's here to speak about the pressing matters that LGBTQ people face through in Africa and in Nigeria.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Bon, s'il te plaît, grand. Non, c'est pas faux! C'est pas faux! C'est pas faux! Non, c'est pas faux! Non, non!
Welcome, Asa. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. Chimereze, if I pronouncing the name very correctly.
Chimereze is fine, or you could call me Henry. Everybody calls me Henry.
Okay, Henry. Okay, I'm fine, thank you.
Tell us a bit about your activism for those who don't know you. This is the first time you're coming on Curio Talk on Wahala News. So tell us, who is Asa? How did your activism begin? And why did you choose to be an activist?
Okay, so I'm Asa, like I earlier said, I'm Asa Emil from Cameroon. And I have been an activist. I've worked as an activist for like 8 years now. I've been an activist, and then it all started when I completed my secondary school, and then I had no money for university at that time, so I struggled, and then I got myself involved with an organization, an NGO. So I volunteered with them for some time, and then that was it. And then I realized it was something that I picked interest in it because
sorry to cut you short, but where did this all happen? Is this in Cameroon or is this in Nigeria?
Yes, this happened in Cameroon.
Yeah, and what part of Cameroon, to be precise?
That's in the southwest of Cameroon, Limbe to be precise.
Gimbert.
Limbe
To be precise. Carry on.
Okay, so I was working with an organization. We're working on the Global Fund.
Could you speak louder?
Okay, so I was working with an organization and we're working with the Global Fund project. For one or two reasons, I would not really want to mention the name of the organization. One or two reasons best known to me, and I would not really want to mention the name of the organization, but then it was actually with the Global Fund project that we worked on, and we're working with on a project scale up prevention for HIV/AIDS. We're working with LGBT persons living with HIV. So there I worked as a focal point officer, and after which I worked as a peer educator, after which I worked as a focal point officer, and then I worked again as a supervisor of the organization. So, but then after a period of time, things became very, very tough for us. Like in 2016, because I started working with this organization 2012. I started volunteering with this organization 2012. And in 2016, when the armed conflict between the French Cameroon and the English Cameroon started, the Amazonian crisis, things became very terrible for us in Cameroon, the English-speaking part of Cameroon, particularly the LGBT people, LGBT persons living in these English-speaking regions in Cameroon.
At that time, when the conflict started, what do your NGO do to help LGBTQ persons? How did your NGO help to, resolve the matter?
Okay, so this is exactly the reason why I never wanted to mention the name of my organization in the first place, because you see, me as an activist, someone who I don't have an organization on my own. I only volunteer with other organizations working for other people. It's not everybody who owns an organization, who owns an NGO. That is actually an LGBT person. Not everyone that owns an organization like that that is
So
actually an LGBT person. There are some
are you
people.
saying this NGO that you volunteered wasn't owned by a community member?
Um, yes, if I can say yes, it wasn't owned by a community member.
So what's the motto of this organization, since it's not even owned by an LGBTQ person? What were the motive of starting an NGO, specifically in a queer community?
So they actually the the motto of this organization was live and fight against HIV. But this person was actually working with LGBT people. But as it has it, we were meant to understand that he is not an LGBT person, and this is you will not really want to dig into people's life like that. What we were our own interest there was just to make sure that the LGBT persons are okay health wise, you know.
Were you people receiving grant money for these projects you were carrying out? Were you guys receiving money from international aids?
Of course, we were receiving grants money, and this is one of the reasons why. Of course, we're receiving grant money, and thing is, when it's time, like when there is an incident that really has to do with an LGBT issue. For example, because this person wasn't even living in the region, he lived in another region while the organization was in another region. The organization was in the French region, why he was in the English region, sorry, why he was living in the French region. So basically, we were practically like myself and the accountant, we were the one running the organization. And so if there is an issue in the organization, it will have to concern myself and the accountant. So we'll have to communicate him before he will keep, and sometimes he will not even do anything because he's not there. Like, it's just you and this other guy that is, so you can handle it. And so when there is something that actually concerns, that actually needs his attention, he's never there because he has another organization like same like that one in the region where he's based. So he's so much concentrating on that one. He focuses most of his attention on that one because it's in the French region. So most of the times when we have our, shortcomings, when we have our troubles down here, he doesn't really care about it like that much. So the whole trouble remains on my head and on that and of the accountant. So you see. So it was more of like for him, he wasn't really since the organization was in the French region and it was in the English region, and we have just one project at that time running, the Global Fund project. But the one in the French region had a lot of projects there, like 5 different or 6 different projects. So he was so concentrating there because there were a lot of projects running there, and so he wasn't really like giving us much, preference down here. And so if we are having any issue, for example, homophobic persons get into the office, torture me or whatever, and then I call and explain to him this is what has happened, he would
Wait,
just
sorry
say,
for
oh,
cutting you
sorry
short.
about that.
Sorry, I'm gonna cut you short. You said if were there instances where homophobic people came into your organization and beat you and staffs of your organization?
Several times. That happens like 5 times. Yeah, it happens like 5 times. Yeah,
Wow. Oh my God. Continue.
that
Carry on.
happens, that happens like 5 times. And because just for the fact that I I am not really a technological person like that, so I don't really know how to save.
Viewers, we're having technical issues. As you know, Africa is still a developing country, therefore, we do have a lot of network interference. But our guest will be right back. So, in case you're watching, this is breaking news Wahala News. Please make sure you subscribe. Help the people in those stories. Help our community, invest in our community. This is a hard time we've been hearing about NGOs. This is a specific call to NGOs. NGOs, you have been situated. Some of us have gone to start NGOs. But when we begin to look for the works of these NGOs, we don't see these NGOs working. We don't even see these NGOs doing the HIV reactive programs they claim they are running. At the end of the whole day, the one thing we see this NGO do, we see this NGO take grant money, fund money for people who need it and siphon it into their own personal and individual luxury lifestyle. This is not the first time an NGO CEO is being called out again. It's high time that the government in Africa begin to sanction NGO. It's high time that the community members in Africa begin to sanction NGOs. They are different scammers. And when I mean scammers, I mean scammers who run NGOs, duping people of their hard earned money, saying they are helping the less privileged, saying they are helping the marginalized community, saying they are helping people from the grassroots. There is an NGO that is showing and saying they are helping to build waters in local African villages in Nigeria. And I asked them, where in Nigeria? They cannot even point one place they are in Nigeria to help people. They cannot point out one place they are helping the girl child come out from early marriages. We cannot see their works. We cannot see the effects of their works. There is no accountability. There is no sanction. There is no fee. There is no sentencing of all these NGOs who have scaffolded people's money. It's high time we begin to expose such NGOs. And it is up to us as community members to begin to speak. The community in Cameroon needs us. The community in Nigeria needs us. The community in Uganda needs us. The community in Kenya needs us. Nobody is going to change it for us. Europeans and foreigners are not going to come to Africa to change it for us because they are milking from Africa. In short, Europe is built on the natural resource of Africa. So expecting foreign aid to come and help us to develop our continent is a joke. We need to stand for Africa. We need to stand for our people. We need to stand for our community. Anyways, we're going to be right back. Our guest is going to be right back. Let me check up on him and we'll continue this interview next time. Thank you for watching Breaking News Wahala. And I remain your host, Chimereze Henry Ahunaya. Stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And thank you for the 3,000 plus subscribers who have subscribed. In a way of giving back to the community, we'll be giving free airtime in our new videos coming from our interviews. We want to give back to the community, so we'll be giving gift cards, we'll be giving airtime. And in this video, we're going to be giving a gift card to one lucky person before I go. We're going to be giving a gift card and airtime. And if you are there, just make sure if you are, I think this gift card is an MTN gift card. So if you have this gift card, so this is an Airtel gift card. If you are an Airtel subscribers, just get ready to get a 5 naira gift card. The number is 5153106011589854. 5153106011589854. If you got this 500 naira airtime, Airtel airtime, let me know in the comment section. And again, subscribe to this YouTube channel. We are going to be giving back to you. We have not come to collect from you. We have come to give back to the community. Give back everything we have. Put in our resources into our own community and to invest in our community. And again, I remain Chimose Henry Ahonaya. Stay tuned.